Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided I wanted to do a base game build, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do because I've done that base game modern home, and then I was like, I want to do something really different. So I kind of went with a farm style house, and I don't know, I didn't look back at it. I don't know if it's weird, but I thought it looked quite nice. So this is what I went with. I realized it's in the middle of Willow Creek, and that having a farm in the middle of a town probably wouldn't work, but it has the aesthetic, so yeah, I mean, I think it turned out pretty nicely. And yeah, so I am just doing some roofing here, and I think I was inspired by the idea of like, and it's going to sound weird, eco lifestyle, because there's so much you can grow yourself and like the bugs and all that. So I don't know, maybe I was inspired by that, even though that pack is like super modern and this is just like a little, you know, little farmhouse, which definitely isn't modern. And so, or maybe I'm just anticipating a farming pack. That could also be it. And I would love a farming pack in The Sims. I think that would be amazing. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get it in the future. And so I am just putting some stairs in here. The stairs just wouldn't move. I was trying to get them to place how I wanted them to place, and they just wouldn't move. So as much as this house looks fairly big from the outside, it's only a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. I found it quite difficult to make things kind of fit in this build. I think it's quite pokey, but I think it's quite cute. So it's kind of what I was going for. And you can see me try to put the kitchen here. I don't even know why I tried to put the kitchen here. There's obviously a nice space at the back there for it. Okay, and so I'm just rearranging because I realized that it's kind of stupid to try and put the kitchen there. You'll see that in like literally a few seconds. And then I forget that archway needs to like function, that area needs to function as an archway, and I kind of left the fridge there for a while until I realized. So I did realize in the end, which is fun. I wanted this build to look quite cluttered. I wanted it to kind of be like super lived in, and my idea for this was like, maybe it's a guy, his gran used to own the farm, and yeah, he lives here by himself, and that's kind of the idea I went with. And he hasn't done much to redecorate it to his own taste. He's kind of just left it how it was left, and I like that storyline. I think that adds a bit of personality to it, so that's what I went with. And added windows everywhere. There are a lot of windows in the master bedroom, so I make this upstairs area the master bedroom. And yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. I would live here, so can't be too bad. And then I'm just putting a little office space here because I think that that's important. I think in The Sims 4, like, your Sims definitely need a computer for a lot of stuff, so having that there just helps out. And you can see me just cluttering up the living room here, just adding like piles of books and stuff, and adding some clutter in the kitchen as well. I think I took a bit of a different approach when I was doing this build, and I only realized it while I'm editing it. I took ages to paint the walls, and that's not, I normally paint them, like that's normally one of the first things I do, because I think that it shows me what kind of personality I'm going for in the build. But I took ages, I really did. And I put some blinds in here as well, although I think it should have been like, oh, what are these things called? The little tiny little baby curtains. Yeah, I think it should have been that because I think that that's a little more old-fashioned, and I used them elsewhere in the build, so I think that that would have suited better. But those are the blinds I went with because they fitted the window. So yeah, and so I just put that shoe rack there. I don't know how many shoes one single guy living here can have, but I liked it stacked up like that. Thought it looked quite nice. So moving on to the bathroom, I wanted to keep that dark wood tone. So I kept it in the mirror, and I did something a little different with this bathroom. I got a bit creative, and that's not like me. I don't like doing bathrooms. I don't get creative with them. I added a couple shelves above the toilet just to add a few more clutter items. I was really determined on making it look cluttered in here. So you can see me adding those like tiny baby curtains. I think that helps to make it look really old-fashioned. Moving on to the master bedroom. I wanted to keep this nice and bright and a bit more neutral, so the stripes that I used are more of a white color, off-white color, and I think that it looks better that way, definitely. And I wanted to bring the blue slightly upstairs, but I didn't want it to bring it up in the way of the wallpaper because I thought that was a bit much. So I brought it up in the way of the bed sheets. Also, I'm really sorry if my voice is really quirky. That's just how it's like. I don't know why it's like that, but it's just happened. And I decided some full curtains upstairs would be quite nice because if you're sleeping, you probably want it to be a bit darker. Personally, I don't like a dark room, but because like, yeah, I just don't. So I would probably leave the curtains open anyway, but most people like a dark room when they sleep. So I wanted to add this little bit out in the back, make it look like it was a farm area. I realized that it's tiny for a farm, like it's absolutely minute. But I thought that it would give the look and feel that I was going for. And I do end up deciding, and you'll see it in a little bit, that I make it like a flower farm, if that makes any sense. Like there's like sunflowers and different flowers, and it looks quite pretty. But that's the kind of farm I decided to go with. And I wanted a pond because I thought that it would look quite pretty for this build, especially if I'm like trying to make it feel like it's in the middle of nowhere when it's actually in the center of a town. I thought that a pond would help that. So I'm just cluttering up that pond so that you can't really see the edges. And I think it ends up looking really pretty with like a whole bunch of wildflowers and maybe even a little bit magical. It looks really nice. Obviously, because it's such a small what's the word? Oh my goodness, such a small piece of land. You can't really do much in the way of a pond, otherwise maybe I would have done a bigger one, but it takes up a lot of the back garden already, so I decided to keep it quite small. So my video software kept cutting out for some reason, and I've just added that toy car sized up so it looks like a pickup truck, and I've added a bin as well, but it kept cutting out and I have no idea why. Yeah, so it wasn't much that happened there, it was just that. So you can see me adding the flowers now. And I think that looks quite pretty. Like if I was to live on a farm, I think it would look quite pretty just having flowers everywhere. And I'm just finishing up with these windows up here. So I'm moving on to some screenshots, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will speak to you guys next time. Like, comment and subscribe. Bye guys.